What's going on, guys? MariK here, back with another Dragon Ball Super video. It's Friday. You know what that means. We've got more spoilers for you for the World Martial Arts Tournament set. This time it's for the blue color and the black color. We have waited all week to find out what the final archetype is going to be like. Let's go ahead and see if it was worth the wait. Up first, we have our leader, number 19, Uub. It's not Uub from GT, though, so it's not the Uub that everybody has come to know and like. This is Uub from the very end of the Dragon Ball Z saga, where Goku takes Uub, flies off to train him. Whether or not people will be as excited about that, probably not. He's got the generic, when he attacks a leader, draw a card. When you're at 4 or less life, switch to energy and flip him over. Into Uub, Unknowing Power. When he attacks, draw a card. His activate main says choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. Choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and return it to its owner's hand. And this card gains 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So it lets you put back those pesky free blockers. That's really about it, unless you want to put back like one of their bigger cards, like a Perfect Force Cell or something that they can't do anything with in their hand. Overall, the ability seems a little underwhelming to me. And while being awakened, you're only going to get to use your ability so many times anyways, since the game isn't going to last too much longer from that point. But the choose a card from your life and add it to your hand, you're only going to get to use this ability once, maybe twice, depending on how early you can awaken. And for most cards like this, most leaders, people prefer the ability on the other side so it can help awaken them. This ability you can only use when you're awakened. Then we have number 20, Test of Strength Son Goku. He's a 3-cost, 15,000 power with double strike. And when you play this card, if your leader card is World Tournament, you may choose one Test of Strength Uub from your hand and play it. If you do so, both that card and this card gain 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. I mean, that ability is okay. This Goku is underwhelming by himself. 20k double strike is really not that big of a deal. And it is going to hit your opponent for 2 life, but it's also going to give them those 2 cards to put in their hand, so it gives them a little bit of advantage. So, not the greatest of combinations, although the Uub card itself might save this combo. It is blue, though, and blue has seen a severe rise in power because of stuff like the Legendary Flute, and we've got Sensu Bean, we've got Unyielding Spirit Trunks. So this stuff could see play just so that you can use those other blue cards. Up next, we have number 21, top of His Game Son Gohan. He's our super combo for blue. No different than any of the other super combos in the set. So again, I'm not sure why we have 4 different colored super combos that all specify a World Tournament leader. The only thing you could really do with them is charge them and use them for energy. But there's absolutely no reason you should need to charge a super combo unless you're really desperate to play something different, and that's all you have to charge that isn't part of your combo pieces. I do like the Gohan, though. The art is really cool. He would also be searchable via the 2-drop Piccolo that we got in the Namekian starter deck, since he is a energy cost of 2, so that fits the 3 or less that you need for it, although I'm not really quite sure if you would need to play the Piccolo. The only thing you could really do with it right now, unless you wanted to play something really cheeky, would be to use it just to search this Gohan. Not really sure that's worth it, but getting your super combo whenever you need it is really good. Not sure why they made him Super Saiyan Gohan, as he should probably still be Mystic Gohan, since this is a tournament at the end of the Majin Buu saga, although this is also after Pan is born. And I don't even remember if he participated in that tournament, to be honest. Up next, we have number 22, Scuffle Time Son Gohan. He's a 2-cost, 10,000 power. His activate main says, once per turn, choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. So this one will allow you to self-awaken. If Scuffle Time Mr. Buu is in play in your battle area, choose this card and up to 1 of your energy and switch them to active mode. And this card gains 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. So you get to untap an energy, so he basically becomes a 1-cost, and he gains 10,000. So he's a 20-cost, but at that point, he's just a vanilla card, and he doesn't really do anything else. Personally, I feel like this combination is not going to be that great. It all depends on what the Mr. Buu does, But overall, from what we've seen so far, the blue combination cards like this seem to be the most underwhelming of the combination cards from this set. Skipping over number 23, we have number 24, Awakening Talent Pan. She's a 1-cost 5,000 that says, when this card attacks, you may choose one card from your life and add it to your hand. If you do so, this card gains 10,000 power for the duration of the turn. I know what you're thinking. Oh boy, blue's gonna get that 1-drop crit like green and red has. No. She doesn't gain crit. She doesn't gain anything like that. She's just a 1-drop 15k. At the end of your turn, return this card to its owner's hand. Not really sure why you'd want to do that, since her ability's not on play or anything. It's just when she attacks. But I guess if you wanted to use it to self-awaken, it goes back to the hand, so you can do it again. But that seems kind of... I don't know, why would you want to waste an energy to play another card again when there shouldn't be any need to do so? Seems kind of weird to me, and unless there's something else that goes with this pan, I'm just not really sure why she's supposed to go back to your hand at the end of the turn. Then we've got number 25, Begrudging Respect Vegeta. This is the blue combo that I was looking forward to. He's a 4-cost 20,000 with Barrier. It says, when you play this card, if your leader card is World Tournament and Begrudging Respect Piccolo is in play in your battle area, your opponent chooses 2 cards from their hand and places them on top of their deck in any order. Now, what's really cool is it kind of goes along with the whole Tapion Hirudegarn playstyle, or at least how that deck, how that archetype and leader was intended to be played. But it requires a World Martial Arts Tournament, so you can't do anything too cheeky like that. But it is still pretty cool, and you can combine that with the 3-drop Vegeta from set 4 that when he attacks a leader, you get to bounce a card back to the top of their deck as well. It's a pretty cool ability, but after you play him, he just becomes a 20k with Barrier, so nothing too overwhelming. But he can help out in a pinch if he happens to get rid of a couple cards your opponent could actually play. Then we've got number 26, Awkward Situation Trunks. They should not have made this combination of cards. It is so terrible. It's funny, I get it, but it's just wrong in so many ways. He's a 2-cost 15,000. It says, activate main once per turn. Choose one Awkward Situation Otokosuki in your battle area and place it at the bottom of its owner's deck. If your leader is World Tournament, choose up to one of your opponent's battle cards and KO it. So he's a 2-drop 15k that can KO a battle card every turn as long as you keep playing those Otokosuki, or however you pronounce that. Not too terribly bad. I guess it's really going to depend on what that card does. I mean, he is a 2-cost, which means the other combination card's probably a 1-cost, so it'd be like having a 1-cost extra card that just KOs everything. Not too terribly bad, I suppose, but doesn't seem like it would be that great either. Blue does not have a super lot of spot removal, but you could easily splash in another color and make this deck work no problem. So I don't really know if I think that's worth it. It still feels like the blue combination cards are a little underwhelming compared to like green, for example. Next we've got number 27, Begrudging Respect Piccolo. He's a 2-cost 10,000 power with Barrier. And if Begrudging Respect Vegeta is in play in your battle area, he gains Blocker. So that's pretty cool. But of course he's not going to get those abilities the turn you play him, because you're going to have to wait until the next turn when you drop the Vegeta. But when you play this card, if you place that card in your energy area during this turn's charge phase, and you have less energy than your opponent, choose up to one of your opponent's energy and place it in their drop area. Okay. So with this card, we're getting into some real degeneracy here. It does work against Super Saiyan 3, and it is a 2-drop Namekian, so I would probably definitely side this card in my Namekian deck for Super Saiyan 3 leaders. However, his ability does not matter if your leader is World Tournament. So you can play him with the new Ultimate Box Vegeta that lets you bounce a card to your hand. So you charge your energy for the turn, you bounce a card back with his ability, then you play the Piccolo, Then you play the Master Saiyan after that, and you get rid of 2 of their cards for 1. Like, that... Oh. It's gonna be gross. It's gonna be gross. That Vegeta's already seeing a lot of play with the Master Saiyan. And now with this coming out, I can definitely see this Vegeta being as... probably being as represented as Super Saiyan 3 and Hirudegarn, just because you can do that combination. And yeah, I could have kept it a secret and not said anything until somebody figured it out, but I'm pretty sure somebody will figure this out. So, may as well go ahead and spoil it now and just give you guys the degenerate plays that come out of my mind. Then we have number 28, Scuffle Time Mr. He's the combination card that goes with the Goten. He's a 1-cost, 5,000 power with Barrier, and his activate main says, place this card on the bottom of its owner's deck. If Scuffle Time Son Gohan is in play in your battle area, choose up to 1 of your opponent's battle cards and return it to its owner's hand. So, nice little ability. You can return it to the owner's hand, and then, you know, the Goten, you can sit there and attack them for an extra 10k, but again, 20,000 vanilla is nothing. Like, even if you dropped a Furthering Destruction Champa, the most you're doing is giving them 2 cards hand advantage and possibly possibly awakening them. That's not really helping you at all, unless you're just going to leave the Gotens there, power them up to attack their battle cards, and have Mr. Boo bounce other battle cards back to their hand. But really, the combination just seems underwhelming for my guy Boo. Skipping 29 and going straight to 30, we have Test of Strength Uub. He's a 3-cost, 15,000 with critical, and his auto says, when you play this card, if Test of Strength Son Goku is in play in your battle area, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 or less power and place them at the bottom of their owner's deck. So it's pretty cool how this archetype supports the notion of taking your opponent's cards and putting them back to the deck. The Uub puts them to the bottom of the deck, the Vegeta puts them on top of the deck. It's a nice little way to take away card advantage. However, it might still be too slow for the current meta. Them being blue does kind of help, since there is a decent bit of energy manipulation available between Unyielding Spirit Trunks, Senzu Bean, things like that. But really, I don't know. I feel like he has merit because he is critical, and of course, since it is Uub, people are going to try and make it work. But who knows? I feel like the meta has to slow down just a little bit just to be able to take advantage of combination cards like this, because they're not really doing a whole lot by themselves outside of that disgusting Piccolo. So we'll just have to wait and see if the game slows down at all. Up next we have number 31, Wild Tiger the Imposing. He's a 2-cost, 15,000 blocker. That's all he does. He was useless in the show. Kind of useless as a card. Granted, yeah, he's a 15k blocker, but do you really want to spend 2 energy just to play that alone? Like, it just doesn't seem worth it to me. Just like it doesn't seem like it was worth making this character into a card at all. Up next we have number 32, Awkward Situation Otokosuki. He's part of the Cringe combo. He's a 4-cost, 15,000 power. His permanent says, if Awkward Situation Trunks is in play in your battle area and he is not, you can play this card from your hand without paying the energy cost. So, you drop the Trunks for 2 energy, then you drop this card for free, you attack with this guy, then you activate Trunks' ability to put him on the bottom of the deck and KO an opponent's battle card. It's not a completely bad combination. You just have to have that Trunks in play, and if you just don't attack with him and just leave him there, then there's a decent chance he won't get KO'd, unless your opponent really goes for him with an ability. And then you can just keep dropping this guy for free. He's a 15k to try and, you know, run over some of their battle cards, or, you know, get some little pick away damage here and there at their life. Probably not worth it, since he does nothing else when he does attack. And then use Trunks' ability to blow up something else. Again, it might be too slow. Granted, the Trunks is only a 2-cost, so you play the Trunks for 2, this guy comes out for free. You can play multiples of them as long as you keep drawing into them. They go at the bottom of the deck, so as long as you're shuffling your deck via a card effect, it's a decent combination. It really is. I'm just not sure how much I want to see this card in any of my decks. Up next, we have number 33, Shocking Latent Ability. It's a 1-cost activate battle that says if your leader card is Uub, it gains plus 10,000 power for the duration of the battle, and you draw 1 card. Oh, so this Uub can have a potential of essentially 12 super combos. You're going to have your 4 regular super combos, whether it be the Gohan from this, whether it be the blue Gohan from World Tournament, the yellow Goku, the green Chi-Chi, the red Vegeta, whether you go with the blue Piccolo from set 1 or the blue Kibito Kai from set 3. Then you've got the Super Saiyan GT Goku from the starter deck that is essentially this. A 10,000 combo card that lets you draw a card for 1 energy. And then you have Shocking Latent Ability. These cards right here are what are also going to push people over the edge and scream for a Trunks Errata or a Trunks ban. Ryan, don't start. Leave it alone. Leave Trunks alone. He has done nothing to deserve this. But yeah, it's going to allow your opponent to play 12 super combos. As much as I love Trunks and I abuse him in only mono blue decks, I might not get to play him anymore. Then as an added bonus, we also got the 4 black cards revealed as well. The leader announcer, the first thing I noticed right away is the fact that he is 10,000 power unawakened, which is hilarious to me. Not only is he more powerful than the first Hercule we got, who was 1,000 unawakened, 5,000 awakened, he's also stronger than the Hercule we get in this set, who is 5,000 unawakened and 10,000 awakened. It's so ridiculous. I absolutely love it. His permanent is the same as the Warriors of Universe 7 trait. A treat World Tournament in all areas as if they had no specified cost, so you can run any colors with this leader. And he has the same permanent that the Goku and the Zeno have, to say you cannot include non-World Tournament battle cards in your deck. So you can still run extra cards with this leader, thankfully. So it won't be as bad as the Goku. But once per turn, when you play a World Tournament battle card, you can draw 1 card. So you're guaranteed that draw without even having to attack, which is really nice, especially if you are the player on the play. So you get to get ahead in energy, and you also don't lose out on that extra draw that your opponent will get. I also love the leader because when he awakens, he gets to swap 2 energy to active mode, which I much prefer over drawing 2. When he awakens, he becomes announcer, referee, veteran with 15,000 power. I cannot iterate that enough. His permanent is the same on this side, and when he attacks, draw 1 card. Now, his activate main is a little underwhelming on this side, almost like you want to not awaken him until the last minute, kind of like the draft box Hercule. Choose up to 2 of your battle cards of World Tournament. They each gain 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then negate this skill for the duration of the game. So this is a one and done ability. So like I said, with the World Tournament leader, the announcer, you're just going to want to play it like the Hercule and just not awaken until you absolutely have to. So unless you're making that final push for game, you'll awaken, you'll reset your energy, you'll play whatever you're going to play, you'll use his ability to boost those cards, and hopefully you're going to push for game. If not, his abilities are going to be draw 1 card. And while that is kind of helpful, he also has to attack to get that draw. So it's not even as good as his unawakened draw 1 card ability. Although I am still definitely looking forward to playing this leader. He seems like he'd be a lot of fun. And plus, it's just the announcer. And it's the good announcer. It's not the shitty announcer from the Cell games. It's the announcer that actually knows Hercule was not the one that beat Cell and knows how much of a badass Goku and friends are. Then we've got number 66, Announcer Ever Curious. He's a 1-cost, 1,000 power searcher. Basically, when you play this card, if your leader is World Tournament, look at the top 7, choose a World Tournament, and add it to your hand. So essentially you're going to pretty much get to pick whatever from the top 7 cards of your deck, since you're probably going to play a bunch of World Tournament stuff with him anyways, since he's with the World Tournament leader. But if you're playing him in the announcer leader deck, you're going to get to search and pick whatever you find there, which is pretty cool. The announcer also has another battle card, the Play-by-Play Pro, also a 1-cost 1000 power, but he's a counterattack. So if your leader card is World Tournament, negate the attack and play him. So he's just like the Master Roshi counter, except you have to have a World Tournament leader to play him. Now, what's interesting is his auto says during your turn when you play this card. If there are 2 or more World Tournament other than this card in play in your battle area, draw 2 cards. So even though the game is kind of telling you, hey, here's another negate you can play, you also want to hardcast him on your turn for 1 energy, so you can get the draw 2 off of his ability. You could also get the draw 1 off of the leader's unawakened ability, netting you a +2 for playing a 1-cost that's going to get you an extra 5,000 combo at some point. Not a bad card at all. I like that he has dual purposes, both offensively, if you can call it offensively, and of course defensively, with him being a counterattack. Then lastly, we have the World Tournament Arena. It's a field card that has 0 cost, so that's pretty cool. Activate main says, switch this card to rest mode. If your leader card is announcer, choose up to 2 of your battle cards with World Tournament, and they each gain 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So kind of like his awakened ability, except it doesn't go away after the fact. So what's really cool is you can actually abuse this card with the leader's ability. So hear me out. You get down to the last clutch turn. You awaken. You reset your 2 energy. You play whatever cards you're going to attempt to push for game with. For me, I'm thinking the Goku and the Chi-Chi combination, at least until we find out the super rares, of course. You activate the leader's ability, give them both 5,000. His effect is now negated. They're both up 5,000. Play this card. Switch it to rest mode. Give both of them an extra 5,000. Now what's really gross is that since it's a 0-cost card to play, you could just play another one, which would replace this one, switch it to rest mode, give them both another 5,000, and you could just keep doing it. You could actually play one so you can abuse it during your previous turns, and then just keep every other one you draw in your hand, and it's free 15,000 for both of them, which is actually pretty disgusting. I really love this card, and it makes me look even more forward to playing the announcer, at the very least in this set. Alright, well that's going to do it for the blue and black reveals. A bit of a longer video, but we had a few more cards to go over, and we also had a few cards that we went a little more into detail with. Went a little more in depth with how you could use them or abuse them, and honestly, there are some cards in blue that are really nice, and then there's some cards in blue that just seem lackluster compared to some of the other colors. That's just my personal opinion, though. If you guys enjoyed this video, you enjoyed getting to see all the new cards, hit that like button down below for us. We appreciate the support. We appreciate all of our subscribers. We are over 1,000. We got that partnership back, and we're well on our way to our new goal of 1,500. Let us know in the comments below what you think of blue, what you think of black, the leader, the Uub cards, anything at all. Let me know in the comments down below if I missed anything, or if you come up with some pretty good plays that I didn't think of, like the Piccolo play. Let us know as well. I always enjoy talking to you guys about this game, and I look forward to seeing what the super rares can do. I believe that'll be next Friday will be the reveal for that, right? If it's not this coming Friday, then it'll be the Friday after that. But I think it's this Friday. But either way, we're going to go ahead and get the freak out of here now, and we'll see you guys in the next video.